Scientists suggest that luck has very little to do with why some people can eat almost anything and remain effortlessly lean. Have you ever watched a friend finish a massive meal and wondered why your body seems to store calories just by looking at food while theirs doesn't change? Most people dismiss this as a fast metabolism, but the real biological explanation is far more fascinating and a bit more complex. Today, we're looking at the peer-reviewed data from PubMed Central and the National Library of Medicine to decode the skinny gene, the hidden calorie burners you've never heard of, and the role of your gut microbiome. If you want to understand how your body's internal thermostat really works and which specific foods can actually help you mimic this lean biology, be with us until the end. Some of this data might completely change how you view your next meal. Let's start with a reality check. According to science, your resting metabolic rate, the calories you burn just staying alive, is actually very similar across most people of the same height and weight. In fact, research indicates that 60 to 75% of your daily energy is spent on basic functions like breathing and cell repair. The thin person next to you likely isn't burning twice as many calories while sitting still. Instead, the secret lies in how their body handles excess energy. While some bodies are biologically programmed to store extra calories as fat, others are primed for a process called adaptive thermogenesis. This is where the body literally wastes excess energy as heat rather than storing it. Data reveals that the biggest difference between someone who stays lean and someone who gains weight isn't the hour they spent at the gym, it's something called NEAT, or non-exercise activity thermogenesis. NEAT covers every movement that isn't intentional exercise: fidgeting, standing, pacing while on the phone, or even maintaining posture. According to research, NEAT levels can vary by up to 2,000 calories per day between two people of the same size. Scientists have found that naturally thin people often have a biological drive to move more throughout the day. When they overeat, their NEAT levels spontaneously spike. They become more restless and burn off the excess calories without even knowing it. Why do some people just stop eating? Genetics plays a massive role here, specifically regarding the FTO gene and your appetite thermostat. According to science-backed studies, naturally lean individuals often have a more sensitive satiety response. Their brains receive a much stronger signal from the hormone leptin, which tells the body it's full. On the other hand, someone predisposed to weight gain may have leptin resistance, where the brain ignores the "I'm full" signal, leading to overconsumption. Interesting fact, studies on identical twins have shown that genetics can account for 40 to 70% of the variation in body weight, proving that your starting point is written in your DNA. There's another hidden factor living inside you, your gut microbiome. Emerging research found on the National Library of Medicine website suggests that the types of bacteria in your gut determine how many calories you actually extract from your food. Some people have a microbiome that is highly efficient at harvesting energy, meaning they get more calories out of a piece of bread than someone else. Naturally lean people often have higher levels of specific bacteria, like Akkermansia muciniphila, which are associated with a healthier gut barrier and lower fat storage. So, how can you influence this system if your genetics aren't perfect? The key is focusing on the thermic effect of food and high satiety nutrients. Science suggests you should eat more of these three groups. First, high-quality protein. Protein has the highest thermic effect, meaning your body burns up to 30% of the calories in the protein just to digest it. Focus on wild-caught fish, lentils, and lean poultry. Second, fiber-rich cruciferous vegetables. Broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts provide massive volume to trigger satiety receptors in your stomach without the calorie load. Third, resistant starch. Foods like cooled potatoes or green bananas act as prebiotics for your lean gut bacteria, helping to reset your microbiome. The truth is, some people never gain weight because their biology is working behind the scenes to balance their energy through movement, hormones, and gut health. While we can't change our DNA, we can influence our NEAT, our protein intake, and our gut health to move the needle in our favor.
Healthy Science is here to help you navigate the data so you can make informed choices. Tell us in the comments, do you think your metabolism is your biggest challenge, or is it your habits? If you found this evidence-based breakdown helpful, subscribe for more science deep dives. And if you haven't seen our video on what sugar really does to your brain, you should watch that next. It's the other half of the metabolic puzzle. To your health.